Outshine everyone by Jealous Jules. Mobile and short. A lady came into my work yesterday looking for a dress. Her daughter was in the school play and needed a cute dress with sparkles. I take her to the little girl's dresses. While helping her, I asked, what play is it? The mom didn't look up and said that her daughter would be narrating the school play, so she needs a sparkling dress to outshine the other children. I didn't know what to say. I asked and was answered honestly. She didn't even tell me what the play was about, just that her kid needed to be in the spotlight. Like I said, it was short, and the lady got the perfect dress. It was a light blue dress with a sparkle top with a glittery tulle. For anyone who is interested. A Wild Dog Appears. By Saint Latona. So this happened yesterday. I work at a donation store in the back, processing stuff for sale. I'm also deaf, so I did not realize all this was happening until I noticed it. So here I am, minding my own business at work, when I felt something small jump on my leg. I looked down and very nearly had a heart attack. It was a silky terrier, jumping on my leg and running around me. I looked behind me and saw my two managers along with the owner trying to get the dog to come to her. The dog was completely ignoring her and continued its antics around my legs. I just stood there like a statue and just stared at the dog, because this is a silky terrier. The owner had enough of the dog's antics and pinned it down and started to carry it off back to where I assumed her car was parked while she was donating stuff to our store. That's when I mentioned that I used to own a silky terrier, but she got run over by a car in February. I can't help but wonder if my dog sent this one. That's false advertising by Osoda Polly. Hey everybody, I'm back again. I work for a grocery company, and every Friday, we have Friday-only sales. This last week, we had 24 packs of our brand Water 3 for $5. We had sold a ton of them, and corporate realized just how much money we were losing on them, so they told us no rain checks, no substitutions. Now that we have context, this story happened yesterday, on Saturday. I get told there's a customer on hold that wants to speak to a manager, and being the manager on duty yesterday, I slide into the office and take the call. I'm me, Water Lady is WL. Greater than me, thank you for calling _ this is Osoda Polly, how may I help you? WL, hello, yes. I'm sitting here, looking at your ad. I have a question about something, may I speak to a manager? Me, that would be me. What's your question? WL, oh, good. Well, I see that yesterday you had a sale on your cases of water. I wasn't able to make it in to get some. Is there a chance I can come in today and you could honor the price? Me, I'm sorry ma'am, but I'm not able to do that. WL, why not? Me, well, if you'll take a look at the ad, it says the water was a Friday-only sale. It's now Saturday, so, policy states I can't honor it. WL, well, can't you just write me a rain check? Me, no ma'am, unfortunately I can't do that either. WL, why not? Me, well, first off, if we were to write a rain check, it would have had to have been done on Friday. However, we usually don't write rain checks for the Friday-only sales as they are one day only, while supplies last deals. WL, well, that's false advertising. Me, it's false advertising? How so? WL, because I didn't get an opportunity to buy the water on Friday and now you won't honor the price. Me, well, that's not really false advertising. It was a one-day only sale. You didn't come in, so I can't really do anything about that. WL, this is outrageous. I want to speak to a manager. Me, I am a manager. WL, well, I want to speak to the manager in charge. Me, that would also be me. WL, well, you know what, F%#u. I'm going to call corporate. This is unbelievable. What kind of customer service is this that you won't honor a sale just because I didn't come in on the day of the sale? And that's when she hung up. Yeah, it's flooding, but you're not actually closed, yet. By Retail Heck. I work in a thrift store. It's been raining, and the worthless drain in our parking lot is clogged or something. The parking lot is designed so that runoff would flow straight to our drain. And created a lake. There are multiple runoff slopes heading to the drain, and now a moat is forming around our fortress of solitude. Seriously, it curled around the entire back half of the building, and pretty much entirely submerges our little drive-through at the donation door. Water is almost right up to the door. I was in sneakers, and very much unwilling to just wade across a lake, so I helped my coworker by circling around the moat on higher ground and come back to toss him the chain across said lake so he can close it. One chain is up, the one across the entrance of our drive-through. and a lady circles around and pulls in backwards through the exit, rolling right through the waters. I had to climb the cement base of the support beam of our overhang to avoid the encroaching tsunami of water formed by her tires. Thank God she had to drive slowly enough that it didn't spray. It was deep enough that it was just brushing the undercarriage of her freaking vehicle. Any deeper, and it would have started spilling into the interior. Lady, please grow a brain. Greater than woman, aren't you taking donations today? Greater than. Greater than coworker, we're closing up for the day, ma'am. In case you hadn't noticed, our parking lot is flooding. Greater than. Greater than woman, well then I got here just in time. Woman. Closing. Chain is up. Go away. I'm still perching on the cement base, keeping above the flood waters, scowling. Greater than coworker, I can take a single bag of clothes, but as I said, we're closing the door now. Greater than. Greater than woman, but you're not actually closed yet, and I have a lot to donate today. Greater than. Greater than coworker, well one bag is all I'm taking. Take it or I'll leave it. I give a low growl that I'm pretty sure would make a werewolf hesitate to tangle with me as they go back and forth. I wish he didn't do that. I wish he'd refused. He gave in, so she'll come back. But then my coworker does something a wee bit evil, that makes me smirk and feel at least a little better about him giving in. He informs her that he's not allowed to touch the vehicle, nor is he allowed to reach into her trunk and take the bag out. He can only take her one bag, if she hands it to him. In other words, if she wants to donate her clothes, she has to get out of the vehicle into shin-deep standing water, slush her way around to the back, open her trunk, and get the bag of clothes out herself. She huffs, and puffs and sputters, but he holds up his hands. Greater than coworker, my hands are tied, miss. Those are rules set by the store manager. She gripes some more, then goes. Greater than woman, well if that's how you're going to be, then you should take all of my donations. It's only fair. Greater than. Greater than coworker, I can't do that. We are now officially closed, and I already told you I could only take one bag. If you wanted to donate more, then you shouldn't have come at the very end of the day, and you definitely should have come at a time when the parking lot isn't flooded. Her defeated slump made my cold retail heart jump for joy. She obeys, splashing through the water, gives him the bag, and then climbs back into her car, shoes streaming water. She takes her sopping shoes off, dumps as much water out of them as she can, gives my coworker a black look, and slams her car door closed. Too bad for the woman. If only she had thought to just come back another day. Nuke nuke nuke. He drops the entrance chain, and sends her on her way. The waters of the moat surge against the cement base and I wait for the water to settle down before climbing down and tossing the second chain across the waters to him. I then travel through the storm along high ground to circle back to the door. Seriously lady, if a chain is up at the entrance, then that means we're not taking any more. Don't try to circumvent it, and then argue when your options are less than stellar. Done. You get back what you paid for, lady. Buy a loaf of whale. So, this just happened to me almost a couple of hours ago and I'm still contemplating as to what happened. TLDR at the bottom, sorry it's a long one /tilde. For some background info, I work as a manager in a shoe store in a mall, and we have this BOGO 50% off sale at the store year-round. A woman came into the store wanting a return for a pair of Nikes she bought recently. I was alone at the register when she came in, while my coworker was attending to previous customer. I greeted the woman with a friendly hi. Did you need any help? Greater than woman, I wanted to return these shoes. Greater than. Greater than me, did you want to exchange these for another size or a different shoe by any chance? Greater than. Greater than woman, no, I just want to return them. I proceeded to get her phone number and details for the customer rewards program. Then I begin to start the return process. It turned out that she bought shoes for her son from our BOGO sale and was returning the shoe she got for half off. Because of this, she would be getting refunded roughly $29 back from a $59.99 purchase. Greater than woman, what? Why am I getting paid back this amount and not the full price of the shoe? Greater than. Greater than me, it is because this is the shoe you originally paid half price for, thus you'd get the half price money back. Greater than. Greater than woman, visibly frustrated, but they are the same price as the other shoe I got. Therefore I should be getting back $59.99 for these. I explained to her that the only way she would be getting $59.99 back would be if she returned the full-priced shoe. not the shoes she currently had with her. Oh, did this not sit well with her? Greater than woman, now yelling at me. What do you mean? This system is motherfucking stupid. I might as well just return both shoes then. Greater than me, slightly frustrated that she's not understanding. Well, if you would like to do that, you're most certainly welcome to, ma'am. The woman began to curse rapidly about the fact she wouldn't be getting full price for her shoe, and she aggressively grabs her shoes and receipt and leaves the store in a matter of seconds. I went over to my workmate and told her about what had happened moments ago, and she was understandably confused by the woman's perspective on the situation. At that point, I thought this is where the story had ended and my workday would be back to a smooth, calm day. Loud, rumbling footsteps start to approach the store /. In the distance, a very hostile mama bear with same box of shoes makes her return to the premise. I was not prepared for what this next interaction entailed. Greater than woman, who is the manager here? Now, with reading many stories from this subreddit where managers get that inner feeling of power where they lay out that they're the manager, this was my moment to shine. I responded to her with almost the same attitude she approached with. Greater than I'm the manager. Greater than woman, frick it. I'll just do the return, let's get this over with. For a majority of the returning process, dead silence filled the close proximity between the two of us. This was until I had to ask her for a phone number once again. Greater than woman, I don't want to give out my phone number anymore. Now this wasn't that much of a problem, I just proceeded with the transaction as usual. I informed her again of the $29 she'll be getting back in return. Once I opened the register, it only took me a couple of seconds to realize that we didn't have enough $1 bills for the return. Only a singular dollar bill. At this moment, I resorted to giving the woman remaining $3 in quarters, since it was all that we had in the register. As I'm picking out the quarters in my hand. Greater than woman, I don't want freaking quarters. I explained to her that we didn't have enough dollar bills to pay her back, so the quarters had to be substituted. Even with there being nothing I can do about the quarter situation, she continued to demand that she better not receive any quarters. I was almost fed up at this point, but I calmly took out the tray full of cash and displayed it in front of her to thoroughly explain the store did not have any more $1 bills. Greater than woman, you know what? What's the number to your corporate office so I can report you about how you're being? I casually ignored what she said and proceeded to lay out the return receipt for her to sign and finalize the process. Once I start to sign the receipt myself, she was still cursing about me and the amount of money she received. Greater than woman, are we done now? Can I go now? Greater than me, smiles, yes, we are finished. As she grabs the money and her customer receipt to leave. Greater than freaking idiot. Now I was extremely calm in the entire interaction, but hearing those words almost unleashed the fiery rage that was building inside of me. It took so much willpower to restrict myself from responding with a vulgar phrase, but to my rescue came my co-worker. Greater than co-worker, oh, back at you for what you said to my manager. The woman scoffed, and within a moment she was gone from the store's site. It took me moments to truly realize what just happened, and I was shaking from the built-up anger I held, but I cared too much for my position and I'm seriously glad I kept my cool. I low-key want a round two with a woman, just so I can talk back this time, but sadly that's for another day. TLDR, lady wants a full price refund for shoes she only paid half for, gets mad at the situation and heck almost breaks loose. Edit, for formatting //.